Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards. Start your week by installing your game plan.
Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs, 2020 season underway. Out now comes two-time Pro Bowler Deshaun Watson in his fourth year now in the league as he gets set to operate this Houston Texans offense.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
32-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Watson, screen play, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down, Texans.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Houston.
Running from the gun, Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hitchens brought him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
On second down now. It's Johnson, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain.
Charles, we'll take a look there at the draft class for the Super Bowl champs as they took Clyde Edwards-Helaire with a final pick of the first round.
And I think a lot of people expected them to draft defense in the first round as they continue to want to get better there, but they are the Super Bowl champs, and they decided to stay on the offensive side and give themselves an extra weapon. But they did address the defense in the second round. Willie Gay, a linebacker, could flat out fly. He was the choice.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
15 yards on the play, first down.
15.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
A 24-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans.
3.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chiefs, nothing.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Roby on the tackle.
Now they try the right side here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. For the Texans here, you wonder just how long it's going to take to get over the loss to the Chiefs in the postseason last year in the divisional round. And the Texans had a 24-0 lead on the road. Normally you'd consider that ball game, but not when Patrick Mahomes is on the other side of the field, as those Chiefs rallied back to win one of 3 times in those playoffs where they trailed by double digits and came back to get the victory. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he's got this down to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
He's going to take off with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
24-yard line.
Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And they'll get this down to the 10. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts So as they take it over, we step aside. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce taking it in. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
All-pro tight end Travis Kelce had 97 catches last year in the regular season on his way to a Super Bowl title with Kansas City.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive 12 plays in length. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Our game here at Arrowhead, the first of some great matchups here in Week 1. You've got Miami at New England in year 1 after TV, and you've got the first ever Las Vegas Raider game as they travel to Carolina. You've got the aforementioned Mr. Brady and his Buccaneers taking on New Orleans. And then, of course, the debut of SoFi Stadium Sunday night. How about this for an opener? The Dallas Cowboys and the LA Rams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Out of the gun, Watson. Throw complete right side to Cooks.
Watson.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. On first and 10, Watson.
Catch there by Brandon Cooks, and it's hard to believe that he's on his 4th team in 5 years because he's produced everywhere that he's been. Houston hoping to see the Brandon Cooks that they saw in New Orleans, in New England, and in Los Angeles. 2019, though, was his first year under 1,000 yards since 2014. He's looking for a bounce back.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first attempt. They get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and and he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 30. Past the 20.
This ain't no high school football.
And with a clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
How about that for an exciting end to the half? I mean, instead of surrendering a late field goal at the gun, they run back the block kick to extend their lead.
What's that old expression? Fortune favors the bold. They boldly went after it, got it. Worked out pretty darn well for them.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina, as that promises to be a tight one. Then in the 4 Eastern window, it'll be a later than usual start in Cincinnati, where it'll be the Bengals taking on the LA Chargers. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the LA Rams. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. He got 29 yards that time. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
2nd and 10.
And to give this time to the tailback. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Dontrell Hilliard on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Watson, open man, the tight end fails. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 36. Now it's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 12, Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw, Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward?
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chiefs. Are able to extend their lead. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead is now 24. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
At the 25-yard line.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On 1st down, Watson, incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Throwing again, it's Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind him.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Watson's pass.
Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And bulldozing through multiple tackles. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Down and 10.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Another carry.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now here's Mahomes.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet down.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field.
Harrison Butker on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count.
Makes the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25.
And now out comes Houston.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. This is intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. The utter domination here just continues.
This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
It certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. They'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Chiefs, they